I knew he cheated the moment he looked me in the eye and smirked. Not guilty, not sorry. Smirking, like he'd won something. I remember standing in our tiny apartment kitchen, holding the phone I wasn't supposed to see, reading the messages he never thought I'd find. My hands shook, my throat closed, but he just leaned against the counter, chewing gum like he was bored. "You're overreacting," he said. "It's not a big deal." Not a big deal. Those were the exact words he used to describe betraying me. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I didn't throw the phone or ask for explanations or compete with the girl he'd chosen behind my back. I just stared at him. And something in me cracked so quietly he didn't hear it. Something he'd relied on. My softness, my fear, my willingness to bend until I snapped. He expected me to beg. He expected me to cling to him like my life depended on it. But I didn't. I walked past him, grabbed my shoes, and left. I didn't even know where I was going at first. I just knew I couldn't breathe in the same room as the man who looked proud of hurting me. I drove until the sky turned deeper and the lights of the city blurred. I parked near an empty beach and sat on the cold sand, pulling my knees to my chest, letting the wind sting my skin until it felt like I wasn't trapped in my body anymore. That night, something in me shifted. Not dramatically, not all at once. Just enough. Enough to realize I couldn't stay the version of myself he had molded, needy, apologetic, insecure. Enough to understand that begging for love from someone who enjoyed watching me break was another form of self-destruction. So I didn't go back. Not emotionally, not mentally. The next morning I woke up early. Earlier than I had in months. My body wanted to sleep. My heart wanted to fall apart. But something inside me insisted I move. I ran, barely half a mile at first, my lungs burned, my legs trembling. But each step peeled away another layer of weakness he'd planted in me. I ran again the next day, and the next, and the next. I cleaned my apartment. I threw away things he left behind. I deleted photos. I unfollowed him, blocked him, erased the digital traces that kept pulling me back to memories that hurt. And I didn't tell him a thing. No goodbye text, no dramatic speech, no attempt to make him see what he'd thrown away. Silence became my shield. Silence became my revenge. He didn't reach out at first. He assumed I was sulking, waiting, cracking under the weight of missing someone who never truly chose me. But weeks passed. I joined a gym, started cooking real meals instead of cheap takeout, picked up a camera for the first time in years, began reconnecting with friends he had quietly pushed out of my life. I could feel myself coming back to life. Not a rebound version, not a polished highlight reel. The real me. The version I had buried so deeply while trying to be everything he wanted. The first time he called again was a Sunday evening. Unknown number. I knew it was him before I even picked up. His voice was shaky. He asked how I was. He said he'd been thinking about things. He tried to sound calm, but there was panic under every word. I listened, silent, expressionless, because the truth was simple. His voice no longer made my heart race. He wasn't the center of my world anymore, just noise. He wanted to meet. He wanted to talk things out. He wanted to know why I'd disappeared so easily, so completely. I told him I had nothing to say, and I hung up. That was the moment the power shifted. The moment he realized his control wasn't real. It was borrowed, and the lease had expired. But karma wasn't done with him yet. A week later, our mutual friend Emily messaged me. She didn't know the full story, but she'd heard enough. Apparently, the girl he cheated with had moved on from him in the most brutal way possible. She ghosted him after using him for a few free dates and a place to crash. He had expected her to worship him. Instead, she laughed at him behind his back. Then, his job cut his hours. His car broke down. His landlord raised his rent. His friends started distancing themselves because nobody wants to be around a man who blames the entire world for his own decisions. He hit rock bottom quietly, privately, hoping I would reach out. I didn't. The next time I saw him was accidental. I had just finished a late workout, Sweat, confidence, calm breathing. I felt stronger than I had in years. He walked into the parking lot looking like a ghost. Hollow eyes, messy hair, clothes that looked slept in. He froze when he saw me. I didn't flinch, didn't stiffen, didn't feel that old ache in my chest. He walked closer, slowly, like approaching something fragile, but the fragile one wasn't me. "I miss you," he said. His voice cracked, his eyes glistened. He looked smaller. I let the silence stretch until it hurt him. Then I answered, "I don't miss you." He swallowed hard, like he wasn't prepared for honesty. He whispered, "I thought you'd fight for me." I almost laughed, not out of cruelty, out of clarity. "You thought I'd beg," I said. "But I won't beg for someone who broke me on purpose." He tried apologizing, tried repairing a bridge he had burned to ashes, but nothing he said could touch me anymore. I wasn't his victim. I wasn't his second choice. I wasn't his emotional crutch. I was the woman who survived him. He asked if there was a chance, even a small one. I told him the truth. No, not anymore. His shoulders dropped, his face twisted with regret, so raw it almost looked like pain. That's the thing about karma. It doesn't scream or slam doors or make dramatic announcements. It waits, quietly, patiently. Then it delivers the lesson exactly when the timing hurts the most. He cheated and thought I'd crumble, thought I'd chase him, thought losing him would destroy me. Instead, it freed me. I walked away that night without looking back. His voice followed me, soft, pleading, broken. Mine stayed steady, silent, unshaken, because the best revenge isn't revenge at all. It's becoming someone they can never hurt again. Someone they can never reach again. Someone they lose twice. First when they betray you, and again when your absence becomes the karma they earned. And that's exactly what happened. He lost me. He lost her. He lost the life he bragged about. I didn't take anything from him. Karma did. I just stepped out of the way and let it finish the job.